Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the home mentoring session organized by Director General Higher Education, Haryana. I am Dr. Anuradha, Assistant Professor in English from MDSD Girls College, Ambala City. Today, we will discuss the essay The Responsibility of Young Men by Lal Bahadur Shastri. The Responsibility of Young Men is a very beautiful and wonderful essay which depicts that youth must respect laws of his or her own country and protect the power, unity and integrity of one's own country. Rights and responsibilities are two sides of same coin that go hand in hand with us. Dear students, before proceeding further, let us know something about our author. Lal Bahadur Shastri was born on October 2, 1904 and died on January 11, 1966. Dear students, yes, he shares his birth date with Mahatma Gandhi. He was born to Sharda Prasad Srivastava and Ram Dulari Devi in Mughal Sarai. He studied in East Central Railway Inter College and Harish Chandra High School, which he left to join the non-cooperation movement. He was quite influenced by doctrines of Mahatma Gandhi and left his studies in between to join freedom struggle. At one call of Mahatma Gandhi, he was imprisoned too numerous times for his activities during freedom struggle. He was one of the prominent leaders of Indian Revolution. He has also served our country as second Prime Minister. He has promoted the White Revolution, a national campaign to increase the production and supply of milk. He has also promoted Green Revolution. He led the country during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. He became national hero after this war as this war was fought to protect self-respect of every citizen of India. His slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan became very popular during the war. In fact, this slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan reverberates even today through the length and breadth of our country. Shastri ji was known for his honesty and humility throughout his life. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna Award and a memorial at Vijay Ghat was built for him in New Delhi. He has led a very simple life and his personality has left indelible impression in our lives. Let us know something about our essay. The present essay is the abridged version of the speech delivered by Shastriji at the convocation of Aligarh Muslim University on December 19, 1964. Dear students, abridged version here means short version. It means that Shastriji has delivered a speech at convocation program of the Aligarh Muslim University and this essay is just an extract from that speech. This essay highlights the role and responsibility that the Indian youth has to play in the progress of our nation. Let's do detailed analysis of the chapter. Whatever your station in future life, each one of you should first of all think of yourselves as citizens of the country. In the very opening lines, Shastriji appeals to the young generation that they should always consider themselves as responsible citizens of India. Dear students, according to you, who is a responsible citizen of a country? I request you to ponder over this question. A responsible citizen is one who has knowledge of his or her role in community, state and world. A responsible citizen is one who helps in making the world a better place to live in. A responsible citizen is one who is active, who respects and cares for his contemporaries and helps in the growth of country. The Constitution gives us certain rights, but it also brings some responsibilities which also have to be clearly understood. It is very true that our Constitution gives us various rights. It is our responsibility to respect and protect those rights as well as protect our Constitution. Rights and responsibilities, as I told earlier, are the two sides of a same coin. A citizen has rights as well as duties to perform. For example, we have right to express ourselves, but at the same time, it's our responsibility and duty to support and defend our constitution. Our constitution gives us right to equality, whereas it's our duty to respect each other as well. Dear students, right to freedom of religion has been given to us by our constitution. Similarly, responsibility to promote harmony and respect towards all religions must be practiced by every citizen. Right against exploitation is given by our constitution, but to safeguard public property is our responsibility. Dear students, one who strives towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity definitely will lead a nation towards success. Our nation should get success and constantly rise to higher levels of achievements. Only then a citizen can be known as the best citizen of a country. We are citizens of democratic country and that's why you enjoy freedom. However, freedom too brings some responsibilities with it. Every youth must instill a sense of freedom as well as duty towards nation. Today we are enjoying our freedom because in the past freedom fighters have done a lot of struggle. Thus, this sense of freedom brings duty towards nation. Nation comes first. We should always try to protect integrity of nation. Shastri ji says that a number of voluntary restraints in the interest of organized society, and these voluntary restraints have to be exercised and demonstrated in everyday life. Youth should willingly apply some limitations on themselves so that they can enjoy freedom. Through these limitations, a civilized society can be formed. It is responsibility of young men to exercise these restraints and show those limitations in their day-to-day life. Shastri ji says that our constitution guarantees us certain rights. We should enjoy those rights along with our responsibilities. We must try to comprehend those rights as well as responsibilities. We are responsible citizens of our country. A responsible citizen should always obey laws even if no one is watching, even if there is no policeman around. We should never break the law. It means that we should practice willingly limitations. Without these willing limitations, there will be disorder in society. Suppose we break the law and there is no policeman around. As police cannot be present at every nook and corner of the society, then what will happen? Of course, there will be accident and disorder as well. Therefore, voluntary restraints are very important for an organized society. In fact, a responsible citizen is one who enjoys and feels proud of himself while performing his civic duties. We must follow rules led by our society so that our society can progress at every time. Shastri ji further adds that in past combined efforts of family and teacher helped to imbibe self-restraint and discipline among youth. Dear students, Shastri ji here tells us that in olden days with joint efforts of family and teachers, it was quite easy to foster discipline among young generation. But now the situation is different. Now the situation is changed. Due to financial pressures of present day world, parents are not able to take care of their children and instill basic moral values. Whereas increasing number of students as well as educational institutions do not allow teachers to be in personal touch with their pupils. Dear students, modern time is different. In the past, the number of students were quite limited. There used to be a personal touch between the teacher and the student. But now the number of students has grown drastically. Thus, it is not possible for a teacher to give personal attention to each and every student. The teacher cannot give attention and imbibe moral values among students. Whereas economical pressures has been increased for parents too. They have to meet both ends. They have to take care of children as well as they have to understand their day-to-day life problems. But due to economical pressures, parents are not able to imbibe moral values. Thus, what happens? Shastri. As a result, our young minds are often left much to their own resources. They are left to their own choices. They are left to face problems and difficulties and to decide how to overcome those difficulties. However, sometimes children are not able to understand present situation and they may choose a wrong path. Shastriji says that here comes the problem. The young students have to face a lot of problems and difficulties, but a young mind who is capable enough, who is a responsible citizen of India, who is responsible citizen of a country, should instill moral values and should not choose a wrong path. Shastriji further suggests young minds that every phase of life is important and work culture is very significant in shaping one's future. Dear students, whatever situation occurs in life, it is important to understand that every situation has its own significance. In other words, we can say that we should not be irresponsive towards any situation. Work culture decides or shapes our future. Work has its own dignity. One should do his own job with honesty as it gives joy of contentment. If the work is well done, it fills us with satisfaction. And satisfaction always brings joy. And joy always brings success. Dear students, therefore, we must do our work to the best of our abilities. We should always put our best efforts. We should do our work with commitment, enthusiasm, and sincerity. If we will apply a positive force towards our work and if we'll try to do our work with enthusiasm, commitment, and sincerity, it will provide us double benefit. As on one hand, we will have joy of satisfaction, and on the other hand, we will also get chances of future developments. So, we should never forget that we are responsible citizens and it is our responsibility to do our work sincerely. Dear students, we know this doctrine that work is worship. We cannot progress without work. A country cannot progress if citizens of that country are not working sincerely. Shastri ji says that work culture is quite important and in every situation of life we should do our work with dignity as it gives us satisfaction. Shastri ji further adds that such kind of approach will have double advantage as It also provides opportunities for future advancements. On one hand, we will be satisfied with our work, and on the other hand, we will get future benefits too. We will progress in future as well. Then Shastriji says sometimes people criticizes others for their work, which is actually very wrong. Shastriji advises such people that first see whether you have done your job well or not before finding faults in others. We should look to ourselves and mind our own business instead of uh, finding faults in others. We should see whether we have done our work carefully with commitment or not. Dear students, when we criticize others, we get the negative energy, and that negative energy helps us to slow down in our work. Shastriji advises that we should try to improve ourselves instead of wasting our energy in finding faults in others. Shastriji further emphasizes towards loyalty to the country. He reminds to the youth that loyalty towards our own country is the topmost duty of every individual. Dear students, we have many loyalties to fulfill in our day-to-day life. We may have loyalty towards our family, towards our job, towards our society, or towards our children. But loyalty towards country is the topmost priority of any individual. If an individual is not loyal towards the country, definitely country will be in danger. And if the country is in danger, who else can be safe? Safety and welfare of a country must come first at first place. It is our country to which we owe everything. If country will not be there, if nation will not be there, then who else can survive? Our country is like mother to us, and we should always protect our motherland. There can be many loyalties in our life, but loyalty towards mother is the topmost loyalty. Thus, loyalty towards country comes at the first place. It is important to remember that country comes first and the whole nation is one. Some people promotes or endorse separatism, which is not, it means that person is not a true friend. He or she is enemy of our country. Dear students, separatism is a very harmful idea. It's a very harmful notion. Separatism means we want to separate one part of the country from the other part. It weakens both the parent as well as the separated part. Suppose you cut a branch of tree, then what will happen? The tree won't survive for a long and the cut branch will die immediately. Thus, it goes against the very principle of unity. Unity is strength. United we stand and divided we fall. Thus, we should never support separatism. We should never support such elements which inspires others to provoke separatism. We should always support patriotic feelings. The one who wants to separate one part of the country from the another part have their own benefits. They are not thinking good about the country. Thus, they are fooling the innocent people. We should not endorse separatism at all. Shastriji gives emphasis to continuous efforts of all towards their nation. Thus, youth need to be disciplined as well as determined in every manner. The older generation need to complete their task sincerely, whereas younger generations should be ready to take their place and fulfill responsibility towards nation. Dear students, Shastriji feels that youth has all the power as well as resources for overall development of a country. Youth can inculcate some good qualities which will enable them to fulfill the expectations. They should always try to imbibe discipline as well as determination in their nature. Country is in hands of young people. If they are well loyal to the country as individuals and as citizens, the country's future will be bright as well. Dear students, Shastriji says that older generations must fulfill their responsibilities, must fulfill their tasks completely and with sincerity, whereas it is the duty of younger generation to foster those tasks, to be ready for taking any responsibility. He must be delighted to fulfill all the responsibilities given to him. Thus, a nation can progress only if younger generation have the shoulders to carry discipline and determination for a growing nation. Shastriji considers that if youth will inculcate some qualities as well as willing restraints, then definitely country will grow. Every citizen must understand that they have some duties to fulfill, and for civilized societies those duties have to be done well. Our country cannot move towards a better tomorrow if we obey and disrespect the established laws. We should be staunch believers in a disciplined lifestyle. Work has its own dignity. We should always try to do our work with commitment as well as sincerity. Shastriji further clarifies our country's position regarding secularism. What is secularism? Secularism provides equal opportunities for all, irrespective of their caste, creed, and faith one professes. Dear students, secularism is a term which means that religion and religious activities must be separate from temporal activities. It means keeping religion separate from the matters of the nation. It is important to note that secularism does not mean irreligion. It simply means that one should not interfere in religious matters of others, and state should not work according to a particular religion. It means equal respect for all religions, and no undue advantages should be given to any citizen of the country on religious basis. Dear students, we all know that India is a secular and democratic country. It gives equal opportunities to all citizens, irrespective of their caste, creed, and faith. Secularism is the need of the time. Secularism, as we know, means that equal respect for all religions. Shastriji says that our country's position regarding secularism is very clear. It is embodied in our constitution, and Shastriji believes that our constitution right to every individual to follow religion of their choice. Further, Shastriji tells us about fundamental unity. Dear students, we all know that India is a diverse country, but there is fundamental unity in India. It has to be our constant endeavor to maintain and strengthen this unity. The country can progress only if it does away completely with fisheries tendencies and emerges as an integrated whole. Further, Shastriji says that seeds of secularism has to be sown in early stages. Plant of secularism can be carefully nurtured as it grows. Shastriji says that seeds of secularism should be sown in very early stages of one's life. It means it should be sown in the field of education, as in early stages it is easy to imbibe certain values among students. Dear students, in early childhood, whatever we teach or imbibe among students, it will create an impression towards the end of life. That's why Shastri ji says that our position regarding secularism is quite clear in our constitution, and we respect religion, all the religions equally. Thus, Shastriji further emphasizes that seeds of secularism has to be sown in very early stages of life. Only then we can nurture this plant and it will grow beautifully. Only then the thoughts of separatism will not come. Only then we can foster work culture among our youth. Thus, to conclude, we can say that Shastriji has given some responsibility to young men. The responsibility of young men is quite important as it helps in the growth of our country. A responsible citizen is one who fosters a work culture, who follows discipline and commitment towards their own work, who is loyal towards their own country, and country comes first and rest of the things comes later, as if there will be no country there will be no identity of any citizen. Thus, loyalty towards country is the topmost priority of any individual. Shastriji says that the responsibility of young men has to be fulfilled by youth of a country. Youth power can help in progress of any country. Thus, he should follow some limitations, and these limitations should be followed willingly. He should abide by laws, he should be disciplined, he should be committed, he should not encourage separatism, and secular practices should be followed. Let us do quiz session now. Try to answer these questions in about 20 to 30 words. Question number 1. According to Shastri ji, what is the prime duty of the youth? Question number 2. What does the Constitution of India guarantee every citizen? Question number 3. What does democracy provides us? Question number 4. What are the qualities of a good citizen? Question number 5. How was the sense of self-restraint and discipline imbibed in olden days? Question number 6. Why don't parents have much time these days? Question number 7. What is absolute loyalty of every citizen? Question number 8. What should we do before criticizing others? Let us do short answer questions. Try to answer these questions in about 50 to 100 words. Question number 1. What is work culture according to Shastri ji? Question number 2. What are the major responsibilities of young citizen? Question number 3. Which approach should be applied while performing duties? Question number 4. How can country progress according to Shastri ji? Question number 5. Where is the future of the country? Question number 6. Where are the seeds of secularism sown? Let us do long answer questions. Question number 1. What does the title of the essay, The Responsibility of Young Men, suggest? Question number 2. Discuss central idea of the essay, The Responsibility of Young Men. Question number 3. What are the dangers of separatism? Question number 4. Discuss the difficulties faced by young students. Question number 5. Discuss the statement, loyalty to the country comes ahead of all other loyalties. Question number 6. Explain the term secularism. Why is it necessary? Question number 7. Why are voluntary restraints important for an organized society? Dear students, try to answer all these questions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.